Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents Something the Boxing Game's Missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I'm playing a little bit of catch up, so bear with me. There's going to be a lot of videos coming out. But I wanted to talk about, one of the standout performers from this past weekend, because I did watch, even though I didn't go live for either of the cards, I did watch the entire Isaac Chamberlain, Chris Billings-Smith card, and I did watch the entire Danny Garcia versus Jose Benavidez card from start to finish. So I know what happened. I know the results. I have my own opinions on the fights that took place. So I wanted to talk about one of the standout performers from the weekend, and that is none other than the UK's very own, Olympic silver medalist, the very, very talented, very, very flamboyant, very, very interesting Ben Whitaker. Yes, the silver medalist from the 2020 Olympics. A lot's been made of this young man. I've heard a lot about him. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He's been training here in South Florida, but we haven't crossed paths yet, so I'm sure we will at some point. But he's been training with Sugar Hill Steward, and he really is one of the most talked about prospects in the UK. Now, he had his pro debut this weekend with I forgot the opponent's name was, his guy he fought, his name was Greg O'Neill. Greg O'Neill is a 6'6" fighter, so not a bad, first person to fight your debut. Most guys don't even fight guys that are as good as 6'6" in their pro debut. So, in his pro debut, we saw a lot of the things that have people interested about Ben Whitaker. We saw the defense, we saw the taunting, we saw just a sort of calmness and a looseness that we haven't really seen from a British boxer in a boxing ring since probably the days of like a Prince Nassim Hamed. Now, I'm not saying that Ben Whitaker will be as good, because he may be as good, he may be better, he may be way worse, he may be a hype job for all we know. We don't know what he's going to become, but what I'm saying is, if you watch the pro debut of him this past weekend, you have an idea of what I'm talking about. Just very free and relaxed, and he's in there, he was doing a lot of showboating and clowning, But, with all the antics, with all those things, you got a guy that at 6'3" at light heavyweight, 6'3" light heavyweight, big, strong, rangy frame. This is a guy that can box. This is a guy that can punch. This is a guy with good reflexes. And, not just that. He's a guy that's being trained under the watchful eye and guidance of Sugar Hill Steward, a guy that I believe is the best trainer in boxing. I can't even call him a trainer. He's really a teacher. So, seeing that partnership, Ben Whitaker, the natural talent that God gave him and the abilities he has in the ring, along with the foundation he built as an amateur. You gotta remember, this is a guy he's not coming to the pros without a good foundation. He's got a good foundation as a guy that was a high-level amateur, a guy that just medaled in the last Olympics. And he's got some people loving him, and he's got some people hating him, because this is a guy that's went on to say that he wants to go down as the greatest British fighter of all time. He's even went as far as to say that he will go down as the greatest British fighter of all time. And sometimes when you're confident like that, when you really, really have that unbridled conviction in your abilities and what you can do in life, that can sometimes put people off because they don't believe in themselves like that. But, the things I've seen from him in his pro debut, you don't want to go too crazy over a pro debut against a 6'6" guy, but basically what I saw was a guy who's got a lot of skills, a guy with a really good punching power, a guy that I think if he just listens to Sugar Hill and continue to learn from him, which I think he will, because there's no reason to not listen to Sugar Hill. The guy's changed Tyson Fury into one of the biggest punchers in boxing. He was the guy that made helped to make Adonis Stevenson, who was, along with his uncle, the late great Emmanuel Stewart. So this guy knows a thing or two about power punching fighters and the science of being a power puncher and the technique of it, and getting as he would refer to it, as your power punching range in order. So I think he's gonna listen to him, and I'm like I said, I'm very intrigued to see what's gonna happen. Whittaker did say this. Now, that was only his first fight, but he already has some pretty lofty ambitions in the pros. He's saying that he wants to win the British title within his first 5 fights. Now, for those that know, for those that don't know, the British champion at light heavyweight right now is none other than 16-0 undefeated fighter Dan Aziz. Now, For those that don't know who Dan Aziz is, Dan Aziz was most known for knocking out Hosea Burton, another high-level British contender, in the 7th round last year to win the British title. And Dan Aziz also has a very tough fight coming up on September the 3rd. You know, he may not even be the British champion because he's taking on Shakan Pitters, and Shakan Pitters is a very good fighter, and Shakan Pitters is not going to go there to play around and play tip-tap boxing. Shakan Pitters is going to be a formidable challenge for Dan Aziz. So whether it be Dan Aziz, whether it be Shakan Pitters, it looks like Benjamin Whittaker is targeting that British title. He said he wants it within 5 fights. If he can win that British title within 5 fights, they're talking about a guy that could potentially be fast-tracked into title contention. So this light heavyweight division, we know it's loaded with talent. I mean, at the top, you got Beterbiev, you got, Bivol, most notably, you got Gilberto Ramirez, you got Anthony Yard, who's also domestically, Joshua Buatsi, another domestic fighter, but also a world-level fighter. So there's a lot of talent, and I wouldn't rush to be a world-level fighter if I was Ben Whitaker, but I like his attitude, I like his skills, and I really do think if for my American viewers, if you haven't really seen much of Ben Whitaker, this is a guy that I really think you should be checking out. This is the guy that on this side of the pond we should be looking at, because first of all, he got an American trainer. He got the best American trainer in my opinion in Sugar Hill, and then he got like an American style. Like he has the things that really get people excited about boxing. So yeah, I'm looking very forward to this guy. I'm gonna be covering him, and hopefully our paths cross sooner rather than later here in South Florida. So yeah, that's just my thought on Ben Whitaker. They always talk about in life and in boxing, some people just have it. They have that it factor. Well, he's got that it factor to where when you see him on a TV screen, you just want to keep watching. So, that's my initial thoughts on Ben Whitaker. Hopefully he has a long, fruitful career. We don't know what he's going to be, so I'm not going to sit here and crown him to become the next Tommy Hearns or anything like that. But, yeah, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below about Ben Whitaker and his pro debut and his career and anything related to Ben Whitaker. Leave your comments down below, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.